I wanted to quickly show you how KPICrunch is working behind the scenes with a sample that we will analyze together. So the landscape is gold necklaces vendors in Mexico. This is the first domain and this is the competition. When we will launch the tool to the public in early June, you will be able to just enter one URL and get a suggestion of up to 24 or 25 competing domains. But for this one, we will just paste the reference domain and the competing domains, pick Mexico from the list, and then click on Start. And it starts running. As you can see, it will quickly identify a lot of the social networks for those domains. It comes from the pages, the home pages on the web. So yeah, let me get back here. It comes from the home pages of those domains, the header, the footer. So those are really the correct links declared by the properties in this landscape. As you can see, it's pretty fast. All of them have been pretty much identified right now. And if we go to Facebook, we can see that it starts processing the KPIs, the data from Facebook. It will be populated in a few minutes. Here you can already see the traffic per month that we get from our dear friends at SERPstat. If you want to get more data, so the exact keywords for which those domains are ranking, for instance, we invite you to follow the link to serpstat.com. We get also the traffic 1 year ago, the amount of keywords for which those domains are ranking on Google, and we compute what we call the traffic to keyword ratio. So it's the performance of the keywords. So for instance, this domain with 26,000 keywords ranking on Google in Mexico generates on average 897,000 monthly visits. So the traffic to keyword ratio is 33, which is pretty good. As you can see in this landscape, they are generating quite a lot of traffic from their keywords. And this brings me to what we call the high-level KPIs, where we compute, for instance, the median traffic to keyword ratio for the whole landscape. So this is a landscape level set of KPIs. We also tell you how many of those domains are active on Facebook as declared on their own websites. We will see in a minute that we can go further beyond that number by identifying Facebook pages with a very special heuristic that we developed. We tell you also how many of them are active on Instagram, all of them apparently, on YouTube. Here what we call the median OPR rank. So the open page rank is a ratio that was created after Google deprecated their own page rank. I mean, when they started not showing their page rank anymore, the OPR was created, and there is something which you call the OPR rank, which is basically the rank of the domain in the big ocean of all the domains on the internet. We know that today there are roughly 200 million active websites on the internet out of all the domains that have been registered on the web. So this specific landscape, gold necklaces vendors in Mexico, would rank on average 7,900,000 out of those 200 million active websites. So we have also median keywords for the landscape, median index pages, which gives you an idea of the average size of those websites. So the median index pages is 15,000 for those websites. And as you can see, you've got really big websites with 1.1 million index pages, and you've got smaller websites with 145 index pages on Google. And as you can see, you can sort the table by all the data points that we provide in the table. You can expand or collapse those sections if you want to dive deeper into Instagram, for instance, and rank it by followers like this. Number one page is Tiffany in Mexico. write this. Okay, you can see that it's still computing the data from Facebook. You can see here via this loader that the research is still in progress, and you have here a progress bar. So what I will do is I will pause the video and come back when it's finished, and we will see how long it took to process the whole landscape. So yes, so we are done. As you can see, 20 out of 20. It started at 10:22, stopped at 10:30, so it took 8 minutes to fill the table. As you can see here, it's pretty much filled. We still have a few properties where they didn't declare on their own page some of the networks. So we have an alternative method. If you do edit like this, you can try to fetch the Facebook page, and here it works also. You can also try for Twitter, also works. Let's try for TikTok. It doesn't really work because discovery is not per se the profile. Here, let's see. Yeah, it also works for YouTube, but we will remove the mobile version. And it works for Pinterest. Yes, so we can save here. And as you can see, it starts processing the data. So it got the data for Instagram pretty quickly. Facebook is always a little bit slower. Pinterest got it. So it will process the data, and as you can see here, the progress bar came back to 19 out of 20. It will go to 20 when it will be finished. We can try another one, like Leonora Gold, for instance, this one. Let's try to see if we can get something for Facebook. Yeah, we got the Facebook one. We can try and see if we get the Twitter. No. Here we don't get TikTok. Here we can check if it's the right channel. I can tell you that in the public version there will be a quick preview to see if the suggestion is right or not. So let's check in another tab. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be the official channel for that one, so we just drop this one. We can see here, if we get it, yeah, that's Mexico, Leonard Jewelry. We could try here, but we don't get anything for LinkedIn directly, so let's save this. So we got a few more and start processing also. So you see how it's working. Bulgari, probably we can get something for Bulgari. Okay, so Bulgari, let's try. Yes, that's the right one. Right one. That's the right one. That's the discovery one, so let's just drop this one. We've also improved the fetching method to exclude tags and discovery and all that thing when we launched the public. This one is the right one. Yep. And this one is the Pinterest profile, so we can close this and compute it. So as you saw, the previously amended ones were already processed, and this one will be ready in a minute. As you can see, the proportion of domains active on Facebook went up. I think we were at 70 or 71 when we started, which is a nice data point also. It tells you I would say how important those properties found Facebook, so important that they put the link on their homepage, and if we complete the process manually via the fetch method, we get more of them. But it was 100% by default on Instagram, pretty important for this niche, for the jewelry niche. And I didn't tell you anything about this pie chart. So it's a traffic distribution. It gives you an idea of the balance of power in the landscape. As you can see, the first domain by traffic gets 27% of the overall traffic of the landscape as reported by Substat. So that gives you an idea of how it's balanced. It's pretty much balanced between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players, and the other ones are in the last slice of the pie. Sometimes you will have really outliers with a large proportion of the pie chart. You can also exclude them if you want, because you can delete a domain from the sample. So if you have a real outlier, you can just delete it and then it will reorganize the pie automatically. You can also add a domain, so I could add a domain here manually to the list, and then it will recompute the old table. So that's a quick sneak peek into this tool. You can then make this report public, so it will be available on the home page, and then you can embed the report in any website, or you can share it on social media. Let me show you how it's displayed when it's embedded on the website. So that's a WordPress website, and you can see here you've got a report embedded on the website. And I can tell you that on mobile, this table becomes a set of cards, which is much easier to handle on a mobile phone. So that's one of the other samples that we analyze in the tool. Thank you for your attention. I hope you will love KPICrunch when we will launch the tool. The waiting list is open. You can join on kpicrunch.com.